Hey YouTube, what is going on? Brandon here with another print quality test video. And today we've got the Epson EcoTank 5180. We're going to be printing off a regular two-sided document so you can see how this printer prints two-sided. And then we're also going to be printing off some photos on photo paper, the photo paper that you see here on screen right now. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If this video ends up being helpful, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, there's going to be links in the description below for the type of photo paper that I used and for the printer itself. So look out for those links. Now, what you're going to see me do here is I'm going to try to print from the Epson app, but for some reason I couldn't get that to work. So ultimately, we're going to actually end up printing with regular printing functions on my smartphone. So you can do this with your computer, with your laptop, with your tablet. There's going to be an option for you to print with the Epson app, but then you can also go around that and just print directly from the device. Either way, the important thing here is to adjust your settings. That is the most important thing, not with these documents that I'm printing right now, but with photo and photo paper. You really want to make sure that you're using the right settings. In this case, we're going right ahead and we are printing 4 documents that are going to come out two-sided. Alright, so there you were able to see we were able to print 2 pages double-sided with the document that I wanted to print. So it printed perfectly. You were able to hear how it sounds when it's printing, and you were able to get a good idea of how fast this printer is able to print. So now we move on to our photo paper and our photos that we're going to be printing. Now initially, the photos that I ended up printing actually didn't come out so well because I didn't use the correct settings. And so again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you take anything away from this video, it's when you're printing photos, it doesn't matter how good the printer is that you're using. If you don't use the right settings, you're not going to get a good product at the end. So our first picture is going to be this Christmas tree in this room that is decorated for Christmas. Now I do want to point out that the maximum print resolution on this printer is 4800 by 1200, the types of paper that you can use. There's a wide variety of them, but just to name a few, you can use Epson Premium Photo Paper Glossy. You can use actually cardstock. You just would have to use the rear paper tray. You can use, of course, plain paper, Epson Bright White paper. And so there's a wide variety of types of paper that you can use. You can actually find more information on this if you look up the spec sheet on this printer. I will link that in the description below as well. So here you see you don't really have a clear picture of all the settings that I'm using, but you don't really want to pay attention early on to the settings that I'm using. You just want to notice that I am changing a few things, and really the most important setting is the type of paper. So if you input the right type of paper that you're using, the right type of photo paper that you're using, you're going to get some good results because the printer automatically is going to know, for the most part, you know, how to handle that piece of photo paper. Alright, so you can kind of tell on camera, but really in person, the problem with this print is that there are a lot of lines coming up in the print. And you can kind of see it there to the right if you look at the darker aspect of the screen. And so now we're going to retry, and we're going to print another photo now with the correct settings. Now we want to pay attention to the settings at this point. What are we doing? What are we not doing? First of all, when we look at media and quality, we want the absolute best quality. Then when we're looking at media type, we actually are going to select one of these photo papers. Now to make things simple, I'm simply going to select photo. But of course, whatever it says on the packaging, that is what you can select if it is an option within the printer settings. If it's not an option, simply go with the most simple answer, which is photo or photo matte paper. And that is what is going to get you the absolute best quality. So previously, I believe I selected photo glossy paper, and that actually is one of the reasons why it did not print the way it was supposed to. So here you're going to see a very good example of two different types of photos being printed with different settings on the printer. So this one, of course, is immaculate. It looks really good, and that is, of course, because I used the correct photo paper setting. And also another setting that I used within the presets, I selected color instead of color fine. Those are two different options. So simply select color and you should be good. Now do watch the rest of this video because we are going to perfect the settings and we will get it down to an exact science. Now when you're doing this at home, you do want to try to write down what were the best settings, maybe do a few test prints with your photos. But now we're going to be printing off a photo with very dark colors. So we're going to be able to tell right away if we use the right settings. Photo, matte paper, we're doing best with the media quality. So you don't really need to pay attention too much to the output tray and all that, those other settings. You're just going to be primarily using one paper tray. Unless you're doing cardstock, then you will for sure be using the back paper tray. This video is going a lot longer than my usual print quality videos because I'm really trying to do an in-depth instructional video so that you have more tools at your disposal, more knowledge to be able to get the absolute best photo quality. Of course, this is all about the Epson EcoTank 5180. You're seeing the quality that can be produced with this printer, which I was really surprised with, given that the way that the roller system is set up and how the paper has to be taken through in order for it to be printed on. But it turns out that actually it has excellent photo quality. You can see here with the really dark colors how well it was able to handle that, and also bringing about the different colors that are in the frame here, the blue, purple, green, pink in the back over there, orange even. So there's three primary settings you want to pay attention to. The print quality, you want it to be set on best. The presets, you want it to just be set to color. And then you want to use the right type of photo paper. If all else fails, just select photo and you should be good. So that is the secret formula. If you're using the Epson app, you're actually going to have a lot more options. It's going to be a lot more concise. And so you just want to play around and get familiar with all the presets, settings, and options that you have for printing on photo paper. So I really hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. And of course, there are going to be links in the description below. One link is going to be for the printer. The next link is going to be for the type of photo paper that I used, which I really like this type of photo paper. And lastly, I'm also going to be linking the spec sheet to this printer so you can see the wide variety of types of paper that is able to be used on this printer. That, of course, is going to be on the spec sheet under paper handling. So that's really all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.